Hi everyone, little Ted's got something very important to show you, and it's a little study this side of plenty of colours but all one tone. Remember, tone is how light or dark a colour is. This side there's not many colours but lots of light, medium and dark tones, so that this one is much more effective than the other little study. Transformational tones. Unlock tone, it's pivotal to paintings that knock your socks off. So for instance, if I was going to paint this, I would think, right, where are the light, medium and dark tones? Just the basic tones. And I would do a 1 minute tonal sketch. So I would take perhaps pastels or a biro, as in this case I used a biro to show where the light, medium and darker tones are. If we squint our eyes, then it does become easier to see where they are. And so I might use pastel, so this would be the lightest tone, and I would use a mid-tone, green in this case, here, and I would use a dark tone there, so light, medium and dark tone. Very basic, but it just makes the painting so much easier. And then sometimes I used to find that I didn't know what was wrong with the painting. I just looked at it and then I would realise that it was the tone that wasn't quite right, and that's often the answer to all your problems really with this. It just takes a minute or two just to do the tonal sketch, but it's so worth it because it really reads well and it will stand out as a very successful painting. So I'm going to just have a go with this just to show you what I mean again. So I would put the light tone in of the sky. This is a different format, doesn't matter. This is landscape, that's a square, no matter. And then I would put the medium tone of the grass in the foreground there. I mean, obviously they'd overlap a bit in the painting, but it's just a very rough idea of how it would look. So a bit more sky, and I haven't finished my sky. So it'd be that sort of look, but obviously, as I say, they would overlap. So in the painting I might have a few medium mid-tones, and likewise I might have the odd dark tone in the foreground here. But if you stick to your tonal sketch, you will find that life is a lot easier. I hope that helps. So yes, I used biro. You could use anything, pencil or coloured pencils. Now you can reverse the tones. So for instance, with these shells, if I put them on this background, you can see it's all a mid-tone. Bearing in mind, tone is just how light or dark a colour is, and so it doesn't look very attractive. But if I put them on this light tone background, they show up an awful lot more. They become the darker tones. And then you could add your darkest tones for the, you can see there's dark tones in these shells, are darker details. And then I could also reverse the tones again and make this the darkest tone, and the shells would be the lighter tone then, the lighter tone. Or we could, if you didn't want to do a tonal sketch, just print off a digital image. I think this is beautiful, and it's just black and white, but it shows the light, tone of the petals, and then the medium sort of tones in the background, and then the darkest tones underneath the petals and across the top. Beautiful. You could actually do a very successful painting in just one colour, as long as you vary the tones, like this hogweed here. So I've got the lighter tones here, and then in the background the mid-tones, and then the very dark tones in the shadow areas underneath the hogweed. And so that works with just one colour. So I hope this helps. Successful paintings can be painted in one colour. If you enjoyed this video, please hang around for the reflection at the end and enjoy your painting. Please like and subscribe or comment, and I'll see you next time. I wondered who over the years had sat on this dear old quinacridone gold coloured chaise lounge as I watched the many stray grass-like threads underneath it blowing in the gentle breeze from the open door. It sagged and dipped where it had supported souls who perhaps themselves felt weary and tired of life's fray. But there it was, aging but still very beautiful in my eyes. Sometimes challenges multiply and we reach the point where we say, that's it, I don't know what to do, there seems no way ahead, I've reached the end of my tether. I remember that feeling, struggling with a tooth abscess, my swollen face reminding me more of a hamster as I descended the steps of a difficult flight. More concerning issues were chronic infections that were stubborn to abate. It's incredible that God remembers all our struggles and keeps our tears in a bottle. He's full of compassion and understanding. I may try to press on alone, but I've found that the thing is, when I remember Him first and remember the many answers to prayer received and all the daily blessings, then I find He is remembering me. He remembers and loves us, His children, anyone who puts their trust in Him.